Hi ho, what's up? This is gonna be a quick live. I know I say that a lot, but I swear to God, because I want to eat dinner. Rearrange some fish sandwiches, but this just came out. Kohberger, remember how crazy? Just because last live was that yesterday? I was just talking about how it was about to be released because they wouldn't. I think they wouldn't release it originally because the case, it was a part of the case files and, it was all under seal. But I was like, now, I mean, I'm sure they'll release it. And then the next day they release it. So the body cam from Kohberger's stop in Moscow is released. So I want to watch it together with you guys. Okay, but first, let me show you where he got pulled over, okay? Let me share my screen really quick. I'll show you exactly where he got pulled over. And you could see the references. So you'll see at the beginning of it, the cop like turns around right at McDonald's. And this is, let me pull this up. So this is where he got pulled over. Let me zoom out. So you see the University of Idaho is right here. If you want to type in 1122 King Road. So this, okay, so he gets pulled over right up here. And this is the house. This is the Idaho house. Okay. So just to have a reference. So he wasn't far. And like I said, you'll see the McDonald's in here. So that's, he gets pulled up a little bit up from McDonald's because you see the cop following him. You'll see the cop turn around. So let me pull down here and find the McDonald's again. I just wanted to show you. Okay. All right, let me find the McDonald's again. I was just at it, but I lost. There it is. Okay. So the cop turns around and you'll see the cop does like a U-turn and turns around and then he starts following them down this way. Okay. So let's watch it. And then we could look if we want to look at the map some more because that's since we know where it was at. Okay. Here we go. So this is Bryan Kohberger getting stopped August 21st. So 3 months, not even 3 months. Not even 3 months before the murders. He got stopped in Moscow, got pulled over. All right, so here we go. See, you could see him at McDonald's, the cop.
Quite tough for China traffic. Full-minute farm with Pennsylvania. Lincoln Frank Zebra 8649. Hey there. I stopped you going a little fast. You realize this is 35?
So it's 35?
It is, yeah. So you go.
41?
Yeah, 43 is what the radar said.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Do you have your license, the registration, insurance? Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you?
No.
No? That's no good.
Just being honest with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You guys are, there's absolutely no point in not being honest.
Yeah.
You have a radar.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a vehicle registration slip or something like that? Okay.
Or I give you my insurance.
Yeah, this is your insurance. That's good. Thing is, I'm on a overtime shift right now. One of the conditions is we have to enforce seatbelt laws, and so to write you a citation for that, it's $10 in Idaho. Not a huge deal, but yeah. Be right back.
He did get pulled over a lot. like 4 times in a matter of a few months. That's crazy. I might be missing one too. This one, the one on Washington, the 2 on the way home.
What?
His lips were really dry. Did you see that? Like, I wonder if he was, because certain drugs will make you have really dry mouths too. So it just makes me wonder. No, not, I mean, people could just naturally have a dry mouth, but his lips looked like he had his mouth was really dry for some reason. Maybe he just didn't have water for a while, but I think I saw a bottle of water laying in the middle console. So I don't know, something to make a note of, because a lot of drugs will make your mouth dry. And his eyes looked like, I can't tell if they were dilated, but they looked pretty, like, but see, now seeing how he has those type of eyes. Like, do you know, I meant to bring this up one time. He has blue eyes, okay? Some of his pictures look like he has brown eyes, because I don't know why.
Lights out 3 code 4 George check Washington.
Get so big, or he's so evil. Like, maybe there is some kind of evilness that just like makes you look, when it's, I don't know what it is, but there's some pictures it looks like he has
Last
brown
name,
eyes.
Kohberger, King Ocean Henry, Boy Edward Robert, George Edward Robert, first Brian, Boy Robert Young, Adam Nora, middle C.
Yeah, because he has blue eyes. It's just weird. You know, also, if he has something going on in his brain chemistry, that can make your pupils dilate and make your eyes look different. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, or drugs, obviously, but $10 for a seatbelt ticket? That's cheap. I feel like, I thought they were like a couple $100. Yeah. Right? Last time I ever had anything with a car is I hit a car on the way to a date. First day. I got in a wreck on the way to Starbucks to meet the person for the first time. This is a few years ago. Freaking hit the car in front of me. Oh my Lord. But that was the last time.
All right, sir. Here's your license back. It's here, just infraction citation. The only thing alleging failure to wear your seatbelt on the traffic stop. They said the fine at that's $10. You do have the right to a hearing on this if you'd like one. If you'd like hearing, you need to request it before September 8th at 8:30. Otherwise, they'll automatically be entered against you. You'll lose the right to the hearing. Just wanted to pay it. The mailing address there, website right there.
Yeah, I just have a question about that. So in terms of like, when you get a speeding ticket that's obviously reported to your insurance, is that the same thing as a seatbelt?
I don't think so. I think it's only moving violations that go to insurance, or things that might put points on your license.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Could I get a phone number from you?
Yeah, why?
We need to put it on the citation as it goes to the court.
Yeah, why? Dude, he's got everything else. Why are you so particular about a phone number?
And just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. You honestly go back and look at that, or
With a seatbelt like this, I didn't check as I was coming up, so that's why I asked you.
Do you usually?
I should. I noticed you weren't wearing it, and I'm on this emphasis. And like I said, I'm getting paid by ICD, and they want us to enforce the seatbelt law. So I was being more aware of that. Yeah. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
That's weird. Okay, so now question, do you think he asked that so next time he knew if he should lie about it, or and then the phone number thing is a little odd. Like, I wonder if it's because he's planning this murder, right? The more information that they have, like the more, you know what I'm saying? Wonder if it had something to do with that. Because obviously he was planning this murder. It wasn't like one of these things, heat of the moment. He was planning this for a while, I guarantee. This was only a couple months before, like not almost 3 months before the murder. He's in Moscow, probably casing out. He's probably one of the times he went near the house.
Not a place to park.
Oh. Hey, John, what's up? Hold on. Let's go back to that map now. Okay, so he turned around in this McDonald's. I want to see exactly where he's pulled over. I know it doesn't really matter, but see if I recognize the signs. I think it was right here, right? Yeah, it was by the hotel. I'm pretty sure it was right here that he ended up getting pulled over. Because there was I couldn't tell it. I just want to see. You know how I like to know every detail. I want to see. So McDonald's. Yeah, because McDonald's would be on the right-hand side. So that means he was going. The cop turned around and, yeah, that means he was going this way, definitely. So, yeah, I think it was right there in front of that Best Western. Right here. Is where he ultimately got pulled over. Yeah, that's the sign. Yep. Wonder if no, I'm a little bit. Wait, where's the Best Western? Let me see what's up further. It was right before no. Yeah, it has to be that. I think the signs could have changed a little bit, but it's got to be because it was right at the intersection. Anyway. Oh, yeah, you could see the Best, I think, right there. I think he pulled over like right here. Yeah, you could see this right here in the video. See? And this. So it looks like everything looks orange. That's what's throwing me off. It is definitely the same thing. And of course, the sign could have had they could have had a couple different businesses at the time. But I think the light's yellow, making all those signs look yellow when they're probably not all yellow. But yeah. So yeah, right there, he gets pulled over. And like I said, if you zoom out, you could see it in relation to, so right here, and the Idaho house. Here's the University of Idaho. And here's the house right there. So he was out here. I should see, hold on. Let me see what the, let's put, where's that? So that's 5 minutes. 1.7 miles away from the King Road house, he gets pulled over. 5-minute drive, 1.7 miles. Yeah. Anyway. So, yep. Pretty close. And that was about almost 3 months before the murders. And then we know he made what, 12 times he was in the area in those few months, right? So yeah, I think I think he had it picked out. And I mean, they definitely would have pointed that out at the trial, how close he was to the house. I guarantee that's why they had it. It was part of the case, and why they weren't releasing it, because it was a part of the case they were going to bring to trial, and that would have been a huge thing, I think. I mean, he's in a different state, right? I know it's close, but still, he's not even 2 miles from the house he gets pulled over. So yeah, this was August 21st is when this happened. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Yeah. Right there. Right there is where you got it. Anyway. All right, guys. The only reason I'm making a point that, Kayla, because you have those innocent people that swear that, oh, it wasn't a big deal that he was around the place. He could have been anywhere in Moscow, and he was probably just shopping or this or that. So that's why I was just like, I like to point out that I think it is a big deal. But they will say no. They'll say no, it's not a big deal. He drives, you know, it could be like the radius, he could be like still so many miles away, which we don't know. That's why I would have liked to seen how accurate, because that was the big debate for these years leading up to it. What kind of how did they determine that? Like, what tower was that? How close would have he had to have been? Because since we didn't have the specifics and we didn't know exactly how they came about that, like what tower and how, like where did they put him exactly, and how close were they able to get the accuracy of where he was at. People were speculating, well, he could have probably been at like a huge mile radius, and he might not even really have been close to the house, but that he still could have pinged on the tower and blah blah blah. So I was really anxious to see what kind of accuracy they had in that information. I wish we could have got that information, because maybe it would have showed it was very accurate. It was within miles of the freaking house. So these people could shut up about it being like, oh, he could have been anywhere in the whole Moscow. He could have even been somewhere like in Washington or on the border. He could have still picked up that tower. Maybe, but I wish we would have been able to see that. And I would hope it would have kind of like shut them up and showed that he was really close to the house those 12 times. But we don't know now. I mean, I think he was, but they'll argue that, Kayla. But like I said, I like to know specifics and for sure things. So I want to know that too. Like, look, I had to sit there and pinpoint exactly where that stop was, because I just need to know that stuff. Sorry, I was like using this as reference and I didn't have it shared, but like, so I like to know that stuff too. So I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to know that. Heck yeah, I want to know. I want to know like what tower, what's the radius of the tower, or did you use something else to determine that? Was there other ways to determine that you were able to ping him? Was there something else? I know towers will have like a radius where you'll see like a tower and it'll have this big radius that you could ping on it. And then they'll say like sometimes when a tower's busy, it could go ping off the next closest tower. So that, some people are like, it could even have been a tower over here that could be a radius like this far. You could have been in Washington or whatever. So that's why I would have loved to see that. Like, was it the tower? Like, which tower was it? Were you able to use some kind of other factors to determine how close and how accurate it was? I haven't seen anything in the documents that show that yet. So I don't know if they're releasing anymore. I keep checking every day on documents. Haven't added any more. I don't know why they would keep that sealed, because that would be something that, I mean, I know they released kind of stuff on that like years ago on the towers and stuff, but it was still not. I feel like there's more, we need to know more about that, because they didn't really tell us too much. They just said he like pinged, I forget how they worded it, but like, so I don't know. I guess we'll never have an expert explain it to us. So they'll have you're gonna have those people that'll argue that he might not have been anywhere close, but I think he was. And at least we know right here he was, not even 2 miles away, so come on. And he was coming from this way, obviously, he was driving this way, so, I mean, he could have been coming from the house, or he coulda went out this way, you know? Um, so, yeah. Anyway, um yeah, that's what everybody would say, like, "Oh, he was probably just shopping." I think even Ann Taylor tried to say, remember she tried to bring up like, "Oh, he was something about him shopping at stores or something." I don't know. But I swear, after these documents now came out and then I seen how he acted at sentencing, like, dude, that was evil. He wanted to free like, I kept telling my mom that, like, "Oh my god, mom," it looked like he wanted to kill them when like, he was, like, killing them with his eyes, I swear to God, and I'm not one to I know, like, this whole time people are like, "Oh, he has evil eyes, he has evil eyes," and people get mad, like, "How can you tell?" Well, the sentencing, there was more than eyes, there was, like, body language, there was that his head shaking, there was that his jaw was grinding. Now you couldn't see it that much until you, like, kinda slowed it down and, like, went frame by frame, like, when I was actually just doing it remember I was doing that on the video, and I was like, "Holy," his his jaw was grinding when the freaking judge was talking about his 15 minutes of fame, he was grinding his jaw, he was mad, and then when he kept like, doing these little shakes, like, he was nodding in agreement, like, what he did to the victims. He's just and then when he said, "I respectfully agree," or "I respectfully decline," dude, he looked so mad and angry. Like, when he said that, that was out of anger. That was yeah. He showed a lot by not showing much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it showed a lot. So, ugh, I can't stand him. Um, damn, my mouth hurts. Um I have that does anybody else have that, like, my jaw will get out of place, and then it clicks, like, when you open it, and sometimes it'll get, like, out, and it hurts, and you have to, like and then you can get it back in place? I hate that. Does anybody else have that problem? Look, wait, I think it's clicking now. You hear that? My jaw, it's like, I don't know what, for years, and sometimes it'll feel like it's, like, off out of place, and I'll have to, like, get it back in place, and it hurts, and then, yeah, when you open your mouth, it doesn't sometimes, like, it'll go where it doesn't click, but it's clicking now. Do you guys have that too? Wait, you have it how many people have that? I don't know. I never been diagnosed with anything, but yeah, I mean, I definitely have some kinda jaw issue. I hate it. Or, like, I'm chewing and then it just, like you could feel, like, the jaw, like, going, like I can't even explain. It's like, "Arr," and then you have to, like oh, and then it hurts for a while. What can you do for that, Lexi? I mean, there's not really much you could do, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess I never even told my dentist that. I just live with it because my mom said she has that issue sometimes too. And I've talked to a lot of people in my life. They're like, yeah, that happens to me too. So it's like, I guess it's kind of common. No, but AJM, this has been happening. I've had this for a while now, though. But we are. Keep doing it. Sorry. Wait, you guys. Okay, put a one if you have this, and put a two if not. I want to see how many people. Wait, what do you mean, AJM? Now I'm scared. Be careful. What's gonna happen? Wait. Well, I forget. Did I say a 1 if you have it and a 2 if not? I do. I grind my teeth. I do. I try to get some of those mouse guards like I got from the store. And then I'm like reading stuff like where it's like you got to be careful because if it doesn't set right, then it can move your whole teeth. So I'm like so paranoid. So I ended up getting 3 of them, and then I would do it, and then I would never be happy. I'm like, no, that feels a little tight over here. No, that doesn't feel right because I'm thinking like if I sleep with this every night and it's wrong and it's not fitting right, like it's gonna move all. So I'm scared to use them. And then you could pay like a lot of money of the dentist to make you one. But so I actually have one in my desk right now, brand new. I haven't even tried to form yet because I did 2 of them and I wasn't happy with them because I was scared it would ruin my teeth. I know they're expensive though. But what do you mean, AGM? Because I had this a lot of the times it is clicking. More times it clicks than not. So I can't eat steak ever? Pro bite. All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat. One more time for you guys. Or sometimes I do it and it's more of a like a not the clicky noise, but it's like I guess I just feel it more in my jaw, like where it like kind of more of a feeling when I open it. I don't know. No, my face is all right. It just hurt yesterday. I think I'm okay. But like I was testing it out on so I did kind of test it on my fingers after I put it on my face, and now my thumb is really sore. Oh, no, I'm not. All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat dinner. Have a good one.